EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Love. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Love looking to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deebo Samuel, 38 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10, Eason. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Eason to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Eason going to try and throw for it. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Patterson's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And I think the ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And some room to roam now. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Eason, and complete to Drake London. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 9, Love. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They run once more with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 17. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
And rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Eason. Pass caught. Hits Davis on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. Play action. It's Eason. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Eason sets to throw it into the hands of London. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
They go play action with Eason. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run with Taylor. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Love. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, London. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Eason off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing is Eason. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
In motion goes the tight end. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Love will try with his legs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor, 28 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Eason. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Eason. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run on 1st down. London. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Drake London, taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. They'll run here with Taylor. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. From the gun is Eason. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. At this point, down big. You'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Back to throw again. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Eason to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. And at this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
1st and 10, Eason got London on a slant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
12 more yards. That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason throws right back to London, complete again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Eason, and he's going to get this down near the 25. Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, another run with Taylor. Room here to run. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 34. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.